hell going on? Whatever. But anyways, though, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to Amazon Prime release EA propaganda, and I'm in it. Now, I've seen a couple of YouTubers I've subscribed to talk about them being involved in this documentary on Madden, and I went on ahead and I watched it. Nigga got Prime right now, just for a little bit right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't really keep Prime on me. I just keep it for a little bit, then I get rid of it. But I had Prime on me, so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and watch it real quick. And I watched it, and man, these guys got did dirty. And I'm just wondering, why did y'all agree to this? A lot of guys that were in this video, that was in this documentary, got fucked. I don't know what they I don't know how what sales slogan they used to get y'all to accept them putting y'all videos in this documentary and fucking y'all over the way they did. But this is why I didn't sell my soul a couple of years back, bruh. When me and two when I was at when me and 2K was when 2K acknowledged that my existence and understood where I was going with my talking points, and they tried to shut me up, and they sent 2K sent 2K said, we'll give you the bag, we'll help you out, we'll boost your channel up. All you gotta do is just stop doing what you're doing, dog. Yes, 2K came to me and asked me to stop. They would give me some stuff, but I told them no. No, I didn't sell my soul. I don't care if my channel will never reach the heights that I want it to reach. As long as I'm giving it a good old try, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I do this for the love. I never sold my soul. I never would sign no papers. I never give nobody a documentary unless it's another YouTuber that I know I trust that has the same views and points that I have. I would never sign my soul to sign anything off or give permission to any entity that I know could be associated with what I'm against. So when I speak on the 2K shit, I speak on the 2K shit from the perspective of a customer. Watching this documentary proves that EA does not look at the people that are against, that are anti, or just like not, or just see the bullshit for what it is. They don't see them as consumers. They don't see them as people of interest. They don't even acknowledge their opinions. They just see them as haters. You don't understand what it does. This job is very hard. You don't even know how to program a video game. Make your own video game then, if that's the case. That's what this came off as. And I hate to say it, but this is EA just showing y'all what they've been this whole time. And the fact that niggas still dick ride EA to this day is beyond me, bro. But yeah, man, without further ado, man, let's get right into this, though, man. I'm intrigued. How the fuck? Why did you do this? What, Soft Drink TV, Just Divine, Angry Joe? How the fuck did y'all get involved with this shit? Because they definitely put a swerve on y'all. What the fuck did they pay y'all to have them come out here like this, bro? Anyways, let's get right into this.
So, I officially made it on Amazon Prime. In the mainstream Madden documentary that was heavily pushed by Amazon and the NFL, my voice is featured in a few parts of the series. Pretty cool, right? But also very disappointing. Let me explain. This all started back in July. Leading up to the release of Madden NFL 25, a producer from the A&E network reached out to me. I will leave them unnamed, but this person was great. They asked me to sign a press release for 3 of my videos: my Madden 24 review, my Madden 2004 retrospective, and my breakdown on the Madden 25 trailers. I agreed. I thought it was really cool that a mainstream network wanted to feature my content in their documentary, and I assumed they were reaching out to me because they wanted to share my perspective. I thought this would be a documentary on the fall of Madden, and that we, as a community, would finally be getting a mainstream voice. After I signed it, the producer thanked me for my time and said the show would be airing this fall on Amazon Prime. I was assuming this would be a documentary exposing EA and Madden in the same way A&E might expose Diddy, for example. My naive belief that this would be a critical documentary only became stronger when the producer reached out to me for a second time. They asked specifically if they could also feature my documentary on the fall of EA Sports, which was a very critical video of EA Sports in general, with the tagline, "It's not in the game." This is a video I was really proud of, since I got the entire Madden community of YouTubers to come on the video and criticize EA, as well as Trip Hawkins, the founder of EA itself. That video was a big deal to me. Stick with me, we'll get to the point soon. So I replied, yes, of course. That's a video I wish the media noticed sooner. The founder of EA saying he is unhappy with where the company went? Big news, right? I'd be happy to let you guys use that as well. They responded by saying, it definitely is a great video, so we really appreciate your participation. At this
How do you not see that they are sending you a they are sending you, brother, soft drink. How do you not see that they are sending you probably a pre-written response? This looks like a pre-written response that they probably sent to other YouTubers.
point, from my perspective, I'm fully expecting this to be a hit piece on EA, rightfully calling out the pay-to-win mechanics in Ultimate Team, the loss of features over the years, and the lack of competition EA has faced after signing that exclusive deal with the NFL back in 2005. To make this even more likely, they asked for one more video of mine, my video on Madden 13 titled "The Game That Killed Madden." That's 5 of my videos, all very critical of Madden and EA, except the Madden 04 retrospective. So I want to make it clear that at this point in time, I completely assumed this documentary would not only be my big break, but also the final nail in the coffin for EA, because a documentary criticizing Madden, releasing as negotiations with the NFL and EA were ongoing, could quite literally end Madden's monopoly. Social pressure is a real thing. This could be the last big move to pressure the NFL into opening up their license to multiple companies, since a critical documentary of Madden getting mainstream viewership would make the NFL branding look weak and cheap, which is something the NFL does care about historically. I want to make something clear. We are deep into a niche. Most people don't know what ESPN NFL 2K5 even is, or that 2K even made football games. Most people barely pay attention to Madden games, or have even played more than 2 different versions over the last 10 years. The average person is unaware of the stuff we talk about on my channel. I sometimes get comments suggesting that everyone already knows Madden sucks and that I should move on. Again, we are deep into a niche. This is a bubble. Most people have no clue just how bad Madden is, or how predatory the game has become, or how many features were lost over the years, or even why only EA is allowed to make NFL games. I do what I do because I'm trying to spread awareness of how bad things have gotten, in hopes that as a community we can do something about it, like pressure the NFL into opening up their license. So a documentary like this, releasing on Amazon Prime, and hopefully being critical of Madden, could have been huge. I think it had a good shot at ending Madden's monopoly, and that's why I signed those press releases. So you can imagine my disappointment when the documentary, asking to use clips from my video called "The Fall of EA Sports, It's Not in the Game," is ironically titled "It Is in the Game." Yep, the name of the documentary is "It's in the Game." It starts out looking like a historical documentary on the series and a celebration of John Madden, but you can immediately notice something is off. Not even 2 minutes in, the narrator says that Madden inspires love and hate. And when he says hate, it cuts to Angry Joe, who also signed a press release like me, agreeing to be a part of this, and it shows him giving an angry rant. So within 2 minutes, the documentary is referring to criticism from Angry Joe as hate, and they paint him negatively. Yes, the entire documentary is essentially state-issued propaganda, and for legal purposes, I will remind you that this is all my opinion. But yeah, that was EA propaganda. The majority of the 4-episode documentary is current EA employees and developers bragging about how hard they work. Seriously. The way EA employees frame everything is very misleading. They claim that Madden 25 is introducing physics-based gameplay, as if it's never been done before. And yet the Ignite engine era of Madden was physics-based. Backbreaker from 2010 mastered physics-based tackling, with the Euphoria engine later bought by Rockstar. Look at this unreleased NFL game developed for the Nintendo GameCube. Look at those physics. That looks better than anything EA has ever done. But this documentary doesn't check these EA employees. It paints an unreliable but favorable picture of the current regime and game. Throughout the doc, they showed Madden gameplay clips of players like Barry Sanders on the Lions or Michael Strahan on the Giants. Despite the fact that you can't actually do that in the game, there are no historic or all-time teams in Madden 25. You can't boot up the game and play with Eli Manning and Michael Strahan and David Tyree on the 07 Giants, or even the all-time Giants, no. All historic players are hidden and locked behind a paywall in a mode called Ultimate Team. You have to spend real money in a $70 game to have a chance at unlocking them through virtual card packs, and then you can add them to your Ultimate Team. But it's not like you unlock the actual classic Giants roster or anything like that. You have to manually spend thousands of dollars to collect all the Giants players the game has and manually add them to your team and then set your uniform as the Giants uniform. Isn't that misleading? And yet, Ultimate Team was not mentioned once in this documentary. The removed features, of which I have a list of over 70, was also not mentioned. In ESPN, NFL 2K5 was glossed over as a surprising underdog that Madden 05 completely destroyed. 2K5 also received no credit for its gameplay, instead only the presentation. But the way they describe Madden 05 destroying 2K5, you'd assume EA replicated and improved upon 2K5's presentation. But they didn't. EA never did. And Madden 25 still has worse and less complex presentation than 2K5, or even a game like Madden 10. But the documentary doesn't paint that picture. Instead, they view Madden getting slightly more sales as destroying the competition in every way, and now 2K5 must be old news and irrelevant. All Pro Football 2K8 was briefly mentioned as a failed game, with no credit given to its gameplay. I was horrified. You might be thinking, well, didn't you see this coming? Why would Amazon, an NFL partner, bash Madden? Come on. And yeah, I guess you guys are right. But maybe with this behind-the-scenes context, you can see why I feel misled. Of course, the editors have the right to use whichever parts from my content they wanted, and they can paint whatever narrative they want. And I have the right to say they did a terrible job at being objective or fair. This documentary does not honestly depict reality. It cherry picks to suit a narrative. A lot of this documentary is old school stuff, which is fine and actually interesting, but then it's juxtaposed with the modern Madden team working on Madden 25, and it progresses throughout development to release. This documentary only showed positive reactions to Madden 25 after it released, and it didn't use any of my points from my content. In fact, I only got 2 or 3 lines that aren't even critical, but instead consist of me asking questions. Within the context of my own content, I would answer these questions, but the documentary didn't show my own answers. They only showed the questions themselves, and then they allowed EA to indirectly answer them and push whatever narrative they wanted. This was a Madden and EA circle jerk of EA developers gushing about how hard their job is, but that they push through anyways because they love their passionate fans. They love criticism. They love competition. And yet they fail to depict real criticism in the documentary. They paint Angry Joe as nothing but hate, and the game holds a monopoly so competition isn't even possible. It's easy to act righteous and cocky when you're at the top. But EA, your throne of lies will eventually crumble, mark my words. There's a sentiment throughout the documentary that Madden has a die-hard following. But in reality, very few people are a fan of modern-day Madden. I think most of the player base would consider themselves prisoners who are held hostage by your shitty game because it's the only possible way to play with current NFL teams and rosters officially. This product is only financially successful because it's the only option, and it's obviously not critically successful. Of course, EA knows this, But with a documentary sucking off EA this hard, the NFL will see no issue in extending their current agreement with EA, and this painful cycle will continue for at least another half decade. I feel betrayed. Am I wrong to? I get that this ended up being a Thanksgiving special celebrating John Madden, but it feels more like a Trojan horse to me. Sure, it appears to be a celebration of John Madden on the surface, but the prevailing narrative throughout is that the current Madden team is creating something special, something John Madden himself would have been proud of. I can't speak for the late John Madden. Maybe he would actually love Madden 25, but I find that hard to believe. The man who founded EA, Trip Hawkins, told me personally in an interview that modern Madden no longer lives up to his original vision. This documentary felt like EA using John Madden's name and Thanksgiving nostalgia to push Madden 25 sales and help EA negotiate with the NFL for a license extension. I mean, there's a button to buy Madden 25 right next to the documentary. It's kind of messed up when you look at it that way. You can celebrate John Madden without inaccurately praising one of the worst modern-day video games that developers at other studios laugh at. This documentary should have been about John, not EA Sports. It's a disgrace that such a poor quality product is still associated with his name, and he no longer has any say over that. This was a fantastic opportunity to give the community a voice. Forget about me for a second. They could have shown how fed up and unhappy you guys were. The actual everyday people who play Madden and have constructive criticism. They could have interviewed people on the street asking if they think Madden is a good game. But instead, they got celebrities who barely have time to play Madden to hype it up. They got NFL players like Drake May and Tyreek Hill to say they love Madden. And they got EA employees to act like they did something good. Did they interview Darius Slayton or Joe Mixon or any of the countless NFL players who have called out modern Madden for what it is? No, they cherry-picked to please corporate interests. It was extremely out of touch. Real voices like mine or yours were silenced. Even Angry Joe's points weren't given a fair look, only dismissed as hate, and he was featured in the trailer, by the way, likely to mislead people into thinking this would be fair. That's clickbait. The producer who reached out to me praised my Fall of EA Sports documentary, so I believe they provided the editing team with diverse perspectives. But the final product feels sanitized, whether due to pressure from the NFL, EA, or both. Any critical moments, like a former NFL 2K developer wishing for competition, were immediately followed up by slanted positives. They used my voice in the last episode to ask, will Madden 25 justify why only EA can make simulation NFL games? And instead of including my review where I spend 45 minutes using evidence to prove why EA did not justify that, they paint the picture that Madden 25 truly was a great step in the right direction that the fans loved. They then cherry-picked the very few examples across the internet of people praising the game and completely ignored all criticism. They show the developers saying they invite criticism, and then they refuse to accurately show real criticism. It's insane, the ego of these guys. We desperately need a new NFL game created by new people, but that cannot happen if the NFL continues extending their exclusive rights agreement with EA. If you watch this documentary without playing a lot of modern Madden, you'd leave thinking that Madden 25 was a great bounce-back success story, and that the EA employees are great people, working hard for passionate, die-hard Madden fans like you and me. To me, this is propaganda to help EA get that exclusive license extended, using John Madden as a Trojan horse. This was out of touch, whack, and failed to be fair. They chose the billion-dollar corporation and celebrities over the passionate opinions of real people. To be fair, the documentary was well made from a technical standpoint. It was polished, had some intriguing new information about the development of older games, and had some nostalgic older footage. But the last two episodes specifically were complete corporate slop, and it paints an inaccurate picture of history from the biased lens of the winners, EA. And EA is only the winner because they paid to be. There's a good chance more people will see this documentary than any of my videos. It's frustrating, isn't it? This is how history becomes rewritten and sanitized over time. Sure, it's just a video game in this case, but this sort of thing happens everywhere. It's tough to trust anything on TV nowadays, isn't it? With all this being said, there is a silver lining. I was featured in EA propaganda. I'm sure EA would have preferred if I was irrelevant and not popular enough to even be included, but here we are. A documentary like this from the Madden 19 era, for example, would have been even more positive towards EA, and I sure as hell wouldn't have been featured. As a community, we are becoming difficult to ignore. EA knows about my channel, and they know how you really feel. They will continue to try and ignore us, but people are seeing through it. As long as we keep being honest and holding these games accountable, I believe that eventually we will make a positive impact. We just gotta keep grinding, and we can't let ourselves be silenced. We can't let corporate propaganda quiet us or weaken our movement. I mean, all we want is a solid NFL game and competition in the market again. We just want something at least on par with what was done in 2004, right? It's not a huge ask. Eventually, we will win, but for now, we gotta keep fighting this fight. And I wanna thank each and every one of you for being here, supporting my channel, liking my videos, leaving comments, sharing your...
Brother, Soft Drink TV, my brother. You fighting a good fight, but you slipped up, brother. And I ain't finna jump on you. I think what you're doing is good. We need that. Somebody needs to be on these companies, man. But you fell for the banana in the tailpipe, my brother. I'm sorry. I gotta point it out here, brother. You fell for the banana in the tailpipe, brother. You fell for the banana in the tailpipe. First thing first, why didn't I'm not saying that you didn't, but it seems to me that you didn't ask. You only assumed. That was first rule number one. Another thing too, as a YouTuber, you have to protect your content, bro. You have to. As a YouTuber, you have to protect your content. You have to protect your content. You have to protect your likeness. You have to protect your name. Because that's all you got on this internet, bro. And when you start letting these companies get a hold of you and start, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about sponsors. I'm talking about companies like Amazon coming up to you saying, hey, we see you. We acknowledge you. Can we use a couple of your videos? What are you using them for? What is this for? Am I going to be compensated for this? I'm not just going to give my videos away for free. I'm not just going to get a right to my videos away for free. So now that they got this signed agreement, who knows what they can do with your videos now? Who knows how they can sway shit now and make you look bad to the public? So you have to understand, brother, you don't do business with no one. If anybody comes up to you and says, hey, I like these videos, can I use these? It should be another YouTuber. It should never be a major corporation, bro. I understand that you want the exposure, my nigga, my guy, but it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it. You're going against the system. You have to understand that, bro. You're going against the system. You're going against not just EA. You're going against the NFL. You didn't think that they was gonna get Amazon, and you didn't think they was gonna get Amazon and a couple other production companies to come and shut you down and change the public perception on you. You got another thing coming, brother, but that's why you stay in your box. There's a reason why. Look, bro, look at this, bro. On YouTube, this is my box. I don't step outside of it for nothing. I don't give a fuck what the opportunity is. Like I said, a couple years back, in my first run on YouTube, 2K came at me. I said, "Hey man, we like your channel. We know that you out here. We can help you. We can boost you up, but you think you can take a couple of videos down? Stop talking bad on us. You know what I'm saying? Just play the game. Have fun with it. Keep your mouth closed. Take these videos down. We can give you a big boost. Matter of fact, we can get you on 2K TV. How's that sound? I wasn't even at 1,000 subscribers yet. I was still in the hundreds. But I was making a name for myself through all the videos that I was making on 2K. Because I was really the first one to say this shit about 2K that nobody was saying at the time. Nobody was speaking out on 2K at the time. I predicted that where 2K would be right now. I didn't sell my soul, bro. I didn't give in to the temptations. I'm not saying that you did. I'm not saying that you sold your soul or you sold out or anything like that. I just want you to understand, brother, you fighting against the system and you have to be aware of what you're getting yourself into here. Real talk. Now, if a YouTuber like an Angry Joe or a Black Hokage or somebody like that comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm doing a documentary type of video, and I want you to give your thoughts and opinions," because I'm only using the Black Hokage because he recently did this with 2K, and he got a bunch of people from the 2K community to speak out against not just 2K, but Ronnie 2K. So, and that was amazing to see big names in the 2K community come out and speak their mind and speak their truths without having the fear of 2K coming at them saying, why you doing that? I thought we was cool. Did we fly you out last year? Didn't we give you an invite to the to play the game early? Why you doing this? People didn't care. People got flew out and didn't care. They still did it and still talked their shit. So it's safe to say, brother, they can do whatever they want to do with your videos now because you signed. I'm pretty sure it's not for long, but you really should have took the time. You really should have took the time and knowing what you're getting yourself into. Remember, you're giving somebody permission to use your content. Didn't get any context for it. Matter of fact, not even compensation. That's one thing I would have said. What are you using it for? What is the purpose of it? And will I be compensated? Because I'm not giving you anything of mine unless I'm being compensated and I know what it's going into. Because if it's some bullshit, nope, absolutely not. Like that right there, that was a big red flag right there, and a couple of other YouTubers that I know was on there as well. And I hate to see how their videos were used and portrayed as haters or naysayers and making the developers feel like you guys don't know what you're talking about. You guys don't know what you're talking about. It's hard. It's hard to do this, man. We can't make everything work like that, man. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. We're not these. It just doesn't work like that. That's the sign of a company that don't give two fucks. I knew EA wasn't shit. Okay? EA and 2K acknowledged me, bruh. Because I used to shit on NBA Live too. And the only reason why I shitted on NBA Live was because there was no other games out there that could compete with 2K. So I felt like if I went hard on 2K, I went hard on EA, they would make a better game. Make wishlist videos, make videos pointing out, flaws and stuff like that. I remember I pointed out all these flaws on NBA Live 15. NBA Live 15. I pointed out all the flaws with that game. I said, this is fucked up, this is fucked up, this is fucked up. They immediately put a patch out the very next day and sent me a message on Twitter. And one of the developers sent me a message on Twitter saying, we saw your video. We appreciate you pointing these things out to us. We fixing these right away. Hopefully you can enjoy NBA Live 15. So I'm just saying, dog, like you gotta know what you're getting yourself into here, man. For real. I'm not really trying to go in circles here, but they definitely pulled the Trojan. They definitely put the Trojan horse. They definitely pulled a Trojan horse on you, for real. Like, I would have been very skeptical. I would have asked plenty of questions, and I probably wouldn't have even responded to them so eagerly. I would have walked away from the situation, and then knowing that they need my videos in order to make themselves look good because they trying to make you look bad. I would have walked away for a couple of days or weeks or months, and then been like, oh, And if they still messaging you saying, hey man, we really want to use your content, man. Please, can we use your content? Please, can we use your content? Then that's when you say, what do you need it for? And how much you willing to give up? See, this is the art of negotiation. I'm just saying, man. But yeah, man, when you fighting against the system, bro, when you fighting against big corporations, they bound to pull a fast one on you. And you just gotta stay. That's why you gotta stay in your box, bro. Don't come outside your box unless you're working with other people that you know have the same agenda and the same mindset as you. Don't just be quick to collaborate with anybody. Don't be too quick to sign off, because now they got your shit. You signed off on giving them your shit, so now they can take this wherever the fuck they want to take it, bruh. Who knows what they gonna do with your videos going forward, bro? I pray that nothing crazy happened, but still, Soft Drink TV. But you gotta be aware of these things, bro. These people play dirty. This is a dirty game in a dirty industry, bro. You gotta be aware of what they doing, why they doing it, and you got to be aware of what they doing and when they doing it. And what are they doing it for? Why are they doing it? You got to be aware of these things, man. But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Hey, brother, I can see that you don't really care. You just happy that you got your name out there and all that. But let's not do it for clout, though, man. We can fight the good fight without the clout, man. Having the people is way more important than getting the clout. Fuck the clout. Have the people, bro. Because if you had the people, you're going to always stay on top, bro. Because the people speak louder than the bullshit. We're not dumb. The masses understand what's going on here. I'm pretty sure the masses of everybody that watches your videos or watches anybody else's videos understands the play that was going on here. But yeah, man, definitely do not associate yourself with any big corporations, dog. You got to be aware of these situations, dog, because this is a dirty game, bro. A very dirty game. You are playing with the NFL. You are playing with the NFL. You think the NFL's image is everything. You think they finna let you talk bad on their name? Hell no. The NFL image is everything. They will do damage control for any reason, bro. They do not care. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out. And don't sign your videos away, man. Just because they finna put your stuff on a documentary or something like that. Don't do that, man. Understand what it's for. See if it's worth it. If it don't seem like it's worth it, then don't do it. Gotta be aware of these things, because you don't know why they using your videos. You don't know why they taking your content. You gotta be aware of this, and always get compensated. Always get compensated. If they gonna fuck you over, at least get paid for it. That's the least. But anyways, I'll see y'all the next one. Till then, peace out.